Hi everyone, welcome to today's third episode of the Salesperson's Guide to Social Video series.
Today we're going to be talking about YouTube, and according to Hootsuite, 1.9 billion logged in users visit YouTube every month.
So there is a huge audience you could be reaching on YouTube, and one thing to remember before we dive into anything else is that YouTube is essentially a search engine. So anything you post on there, you want that title to be something somebody is Googling. So always keep that in mind when doing YouTube videos.
So YouTube is really designed for 16:9 content. Most content creators are uploading their content at 4K, but I don't think the average user really notices the difference. I would say that as long as it's 720p or higher, you're good to go. YouTube is also a great opportunity for long-form content. Long-form content performs better on YouTube than most other social platforms. So it's a great place for long-form content to live. YouTube will also let you upload longer content, whereas other social media platforms like IGTV cut you off at 10 minutes.
Okay, so some content ideas for your YouTube videos include daily or weekly vlogs, tutorials or webinars, promotional videos, and then interview style videos. We recently had Karen Carr on the BombCast, which is our bi-weekly show and podcast, and Karen is absolutely crushing it with YouTube, and that's how she achieved a bunch of her business. So Karen does YouTube tutorials or educational videos. She makes sure her titles are very searchable. So for instance, I think she did recently a video called Living in Savannah, and this was something people were Googling, what's it like to live in Savannah, what's it like in this area, and her YouTube video, she said this one is her highest performing video. It does really well, and she's gotten a lot of business as a real estate agent by doing YouTube videos like that. So here are a couple clips from that BombCast episode with Karen, and here are a few of her great YouTube tips.
When I was blogging and then said, maybe I should make a video instead because it's easier, it was always stuff like, how much do I need for a down payment? How do I buy a house using a USDA loan? What's the best color to paint my front door to help it sell quickly? I mean, they were always kind of how-to videos because that's what performs well on YouTube. People like how-to videos. They like inspirational videos, and they like funny videos. So if you can make a video that is telling them something, and then maybe it's entertaining as well, then it performs very well on YouTube. Be yourself on camera. Be your authentic, real personality. Don't try to be someone that you're not, and you will attract people that like you. They like you for being you. So I publish the same day and time every single week. And YouTube loves that. YouTube will totally reward you if you are consistent like that. Like, you don't name it Karen's Vlog episode 34 because no one searches Karen's Vlog episode 34. They're searching, how do I stage my home on a budget? How do I fill in the blank? Like, you've got to title your video something that they're actually looking for. I do not cold call. I do not call FSBOs and expireds. I do not door knock. I do not mail out postcards. I don't put ads on Craigslist. The only Facebook ads I run are just listed and just solds, but that's about it. I don't run ads driving traffic to my YouTube channel. I don't have to. They're being found organically. So it's like, well, I don't have to spend the money, so I don't. Because Google owns YouTube, if you have a video that's performing well on YouTube, if somebody does a Google search, your video can show up on the first page of Google. They don't even have to be looking on YouTube in order to find your video. One of my most popular videos, not one of, by far the most popular video on my channel is called Moving to Savannah, where I say, if you're thinking of moving to Savannah, this is why you should. This is why it's awesome. Here's what you need to know. When people go on Google and they type in moving to Savannah or living in Savannah or should I move to Savannah, relocating to Savannah, where should I live in Savannah? My video shows up at the top of the search results organically. I can tell you I get a lot of leads from that video.
So most people go to YouTube for how-to videos or tutorials, so it's important to have that in mind when you're thinking about how you're going to title your videos. You could format your titles as a question or just as like how to shoot a simple video. Just keep it simple. It can be close to or identical to what someone might be typing into the search engine. If If you're trying to establish yourself as an educator in your field, it's important to create your content for other people in your field and not just customers and followers.
So it's really important not only to spend time thinking through how you're going to title your video, but also the description of the video. This can really help it when people are looking for the video. If you're using certain keywords in your title, try to use those same keywords in your description. So for instance, if you're a real estate agent doing a video about a certain area, use the name of the area in the title and in the description, and that will really help you out. Make sure it's a thorough description and make sure to include links there. Link to your website, link to your products or services, so people can learn more about what you do. We've seen great results here at BombBomb just by making sure we add links to every YouTube video we post. And then on top of that, you can also add cards to your video. So this you can do when you go in and edit your video. There's a tab for adding cards. And then so for these, we suggest adding links to other content you wrote or adding links to your website, similar to the description. And this will pop up as people watch your video. You can add it in at relevant times, and it can be really helpful for getting more traffic on your site.
It's also really important to find your niche. If you can find a niche, then you can create content specifically for them and engage them. And that can be a more effective way to build a following versus just creating general content that's too broad and just gets lost in the noise. And then I think also doing collaborative projects with other influencers in the same field can also help grow your following as well as their following and also create a bigger sense of community.
So someone might search for a topic and find your video on YouTube, but what's really going to convince them to click on your video is a really eye-catching thumbnail. So you need to think through what the thumbnail should be for your video. You can include faces. A lot of people like to click on videos that include people in them. And you can also include text in your thumbnail. Here at BombBomb, we try to include the title in the thumbnail in bigger text so people know exactly what they're getting when they click on the video.
YouTube's a great platform for content to live long term. So even if you have content in your BombBomb account that's maybe evergreen content or more long form content that would work well with a wider audience, you can easily download that from your BombBomb account and then upload that to YouTube.
So the key with your YouTube videos is not just to get your name out there and get your videos out there, but it's to build more relationships. So a lot of successful YouTubers or vloggers film their videos a certain way that helps them get more engagement and more followers. And it's how they speak in their videos. So a lot of vloggers, they'll act like they're speaking to one person while they're filming their videos. They'll intro their videos saying, I'm doing this video because you asked for it. I'm doing this video because I saw in the comments that you guys wanted to hear more about this, this, and this. So make sure your audience feels special, feels heard. Don't just respond to them in the comments, but also respond to them in your videos. And that's a great way to build relationships with more people.
So that's all we have for this episode of Salesperson's Guide to Social Video. Next time we're going to be looking at LinkedIn and how to use video specifically for LinkedIn.